My friend does this. Oh yeah, it does say in case all lessons and self-portrait.
Okay, let's do it. Bobby, go ahead.
Welcome everyone this evening. My name is Bobby Smith. I'm the field president with Powur. We are a public benefit corporation based out of San Diego, California, based on clean and renewable energy. You know, tonight is a very proud moment for us. I had a vision a few weeks ago that actually in my neighborhood, watching some of the families as they maneuver their lives through COVID, watching some of the moms at home having outdoor learning classes with their small children, watching some of the frustrations of husbands or wives that may be out of work, watching it happen in my own family as my sister and my sister-in-laws and everyone is struggling with their own challenges through these extraordinary times. And then I married that thought to the extraordinary women of power. You know, as our company is scaling and the fastest growing solar company in the United States, these are extraordinary times with 20 million Americans out of work right now, with COVID rampant throughout the United States. It's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets any better. We've had extraordinary weather events happening from California to the recent hurricane in southern Florida. And this extraordinary perfect storm, unfortunately, has brought our opportunity to the forefront of what people can do on a positive note right now to create something special, again, in these extraordinary times. So tonight, we wanted to feature the Women in Powur. We have several women that have built multiple six-figure incomes and are changing their lives, and they're doing it with elegance, and they're doing it with their children, and you'll hear their stories tonight. Some of them, again, with their families, with their children on their own, whatever they're doing it, but it's not only giving them a purpose and a passion and a confidence and bringing extra income into their families, but they're showing oftentimes the way for their children and for future generations. So we're just so honored by what the Women of Powur are doing, and we believe that we can offer something out there for the women of the United States. And again, if you're a guy on here tonight, it's cool. Take it all in. The information's pretty much the same. But tonight we honor the Women of Powur, and we reach out to the women in our communities across the United States that are looking for something better and bigger and that they can control, and that COVID and economies and other things just can't take away from them. With that, I want to introduce a woman who has been leading the charge in Powur for several years now, Melissa Dawson. Melissa comes to us from the liquor industry. She was a powerful woman in that industry, a top producer, got caught up in corporate America and the downsizing and the challenges of COVID herself. She's been a top producer, building a brand, building a team, selling solar, and doing everything in a manner that Powur stands for. So with that, I'd like to give it over to one of our top consultants and mentors, Melissa Dawson. Melissa, you have the ball.
Thank you so much, Bobby, for that kind introduction. And tonight is a very important night for me because I have worked so hard since 2016 to build a power business, to build a solar business in a very male-dominated world. As Bobby mentioned, I did come from the liquor industry. I led huge sales teams, but I still had to every day get in my little metal box and drive into the city. And I had to go into bars and I had to throw these big events. And all I wanted more than anything in life was to have a location freedom. I wanted to have time freedom. I wanted to retire my husband from work so that he could build me my dream home on my dream property away from the big city. So I was beyond blessed when I found a little Facebook posting about Powur in 2016. And I thought, gosh, I'm running this huge portfolio and throwing these big events and doing all of this, but all I'm doing is giving people a really good time and a hangover because it was the liquor business. And I knew that in my heart and soul that I wanted to make impact and income. I knew that I wanted to leave a legacy in this world, that I did something bigger than just giving people a hangover. I wanted to leave a legacy that I did something that everyone would remember what I did. I wanted to leave a legacy that I disrupted the energy business and that I left an impact in this world. And that is why I'm so honored today to be doing this Zoom with the Women of Powur. And I apologize, I have to pause for 1 second. Desiree, since you're running the helm, please make sure that whoever is making a bunch of noise is muted out. Thank you. So I wanted to make sure that I left an impact and a legacy, that I did something for this world, that I made a difference. So when I first saw the little video about power on Facebook back in 2016, I saw an 11-minute long video and I thought, my borderline millennial self can't handle to watch an 11-minute video. Well, I started that video and I watched it 4 more times. And I couldn't wait for somebody to call me back and talk to me about this, because I had been longing for something in my heart that I was going to do something to really leave an impact. And if I think about all of my friends and my family with children, and I think, how can we leave a better legacy? What can we do for these people? That's why I kept hoping somebody call me back. They call me back, boom. My life's been forever changed. I was with corporate America for so long, and I never had the leadership with what I have with Powur. When Bobby starts talking off here, he didn't tell you that he ran a nonprofit cancer foundation. We didn't talk about who Jonathan Budd was, because they're such amazing humans. And that's why we're all here right now. It's because probably right now you're sitting in your house thinking, what am I gonna do with COVID? What's happening? You might be like me, you probably maybe lost your job. Maybe you just don't wanna go out in that crazy world. Maybe you don't wanna get in a metal box and drive into a city to work every day for somebody that's not doing something for the world, that's not doing something to make it better for you. But that's what I found in Powur. I found the leadership like you could never imagine. And tonight we are going to interview some amazing women in Powur and hear their story and hear how Powur has impacted their lives, right? Because that's what this is all about. Why are we on this earth? We're not impacting people's lives. I set out on a mission to have location freedom and retire my husband. My husband is now retired, and he's going to build us our dream home in a remote area of North Idaho. And we have location freedom while building a huge solar empire. So that's what tonight's about, is we are going to talk to you about Powur, how this platform with renewable energy is solving all of these problems, and how it's allowing us to have time with our friends and family. Tonight, as my co-host, I have Desiree on here. Desiree, she's been in solar for 5 years, and she has done 148 installs. She is the solar queen. We've got Leesa on here. Leesa, she just became a mentor in Powur. That you probably don't know what a mentor means, but that means that she is out teaching other women how to be selling solar, not just women, but men. We've got Laci and Sarah on here. Both live in Texas. Both are moms, raising their kids while creating life-changing income. That's what we're here to talk about tonight. So let's talk a little bit about this. Who are we? Who is Powur? Well, in 2014, Jonathan Budd created Powur. He went to the Amazon rainforest with Jim Bunch, and he had a vision of a better place. He had a vision to disrupt the energy business. He had a vision to help homeowners go solar and save money. He had a vision to help make the world a better place for his 2 children. I met Jonathan in 2016, and from the moment I met him, I was so inspired by him. He helped lift me up in the hardest times of my life, and he helped lift me up to become unstoppable. He helped teach me how to sell solar. He created a platform that no matter where I am in this world, no matter what I'm doing, I can sell solar. And not many people can say that, you know, that they know the CEO of the corporation they work for. Remember, I came from corporate America. Did I know that CEO? No, I did not know the CEO that I actually work for. Did I ever get to hug that CEO and feel that he is there for me? Nope, I didn't. And that's what really stood out for me with Powur, is that the corporate side, they're involved in our daily lives, and we are in this together. And I have never gotten that in corporate America. So that's who we are. Jonathan Budd made millions before he was even 30 in network marketing, in digital marketing. And he brought all of this to Powur. So I'm beyond honored to not only say that he's the CEO, but he's my friend. When you look at our board of directors, when you look at everybody on this screen, who are they? Like I said, we got Bobby, VP right there, led a nonprofit cancer foundation. We got Rachel. Rachel's our director of solar sales. She worked with Tesla. She worked with the top. She is the best. And she teaches us day in and day out, how do we sell solar? That's what we have here. We have a huge executive branch that is going to help us become one day the billion IPO company. This company's huge. And we're taking this to the next level. Where do we start? Well, in 2014, like I said, that's where Jonathan first had that vision. And you know, a lot of people think like, well, is this just a vision? No, we're totally proven. 2015, we launched with Solar City, Tesla. Then from there, we kept going on. In 2017, we raised more money faster than any other crowdfunding campaign ever out there. 1.4 million faster than any other company. Why was that? Because everyone understands the importance of solar. They understand that the homeowner should stop paying too much to their energy company. People stood behind us and realized that we have to have the funding to grow this business. And that is where we're at now. Our company, we believe in some core values. We believe that we gotta get some stuff done. And we will work so hard. I have never worked with a company that works so hard to get so many things done. You put a problem in front of us and you give us a solution. Jonathan Budd, he is on it. Bobby's on it. Charles on it. They do this. Why do I say this to you, each and every one of you out there? I say that because how many of you can think about a corporate job that you had, that somebody in the corporate world listened to you and they quickly reacted on it and they got things done? I'm telling you, from my side in corporate America, they never did that. But here in Powur, they do. We offset 100% of our emissions. We are a public benefit corporation. What does that mean? That means that everything we do benefits the people. We have to benefit the people. Everything we do is doing something good. I have never worked for a company that everything they did was something good for the company, that it's a public benefit corporation. One of my favorite sayings from Buckminster Fuller is, to change things, don't try to fight the existing reality. Build a new model that makes the old one obsolete. So let's talk a little bit. What is that old model? You know, like the old model for so many people was you get in a little metal box called a car and you drive to your office. That was the old model. You drive to your little corporate office. They don't help you very much. They just give you a to-do list and you just move on. Well, let's talk about what is the new business model. The new business model is boom, you're doing online. You're doing things from in your home. You're working with your friends, your family. You're doing things to bring us to a better spot. You are selling for yourself. And instead of just making a bunch of money for somebody else, some weird big boss that you've, again, never met, you're going to actually make money for yourself. You're actually going to have, in this new model, you're going to actually have every tool and resource you need, because our model is we want people to succeed. On top of that, what's another new model? It's passive income. I'm not sure how many of you on this Zoom tonight have ever experienced passive income, but passive income happens when you are not doing work, but your business is making money. Perfect example. Last summer, I'm traveling in Ireland with some dear friends of mine and family. And what do I get? I get a notification in my bank account that I've made some money. Boom, that's passive income. 3 weeks ago, I went backpacking with my husband because I decided I needed to check out a little bit and unplug and reconnect. When I got home, I saw some serious passive income made. That's what passive income is that even though you're not working, money is still happening. That's what it is. What else does the new model have? Well, we have shares. We are looking and hoping to be a $1 billion IPO company. What's that mean then? That means this is your Starbucks moment, Microsoft moment, Amazon moment. That means that you have an opportunity to be involved with a company that you can have some stock options. That's what it's all about. Then the next thing is scalable technology. Who can scale this fast? That is always the key. So tonight, we're really going to learn about all of this. We're going to learn about our platform. So when we talk about a platform technology, we have a taxi service. Who uses a taxi anymore? I don't know that I've ever whistled for a taxi or anything like that. Nope. I pick up this phone and I call my Uber person. What about Costco? Are you going to a grocery store or are you going to go save money at Costco? What about Airbnb? Who goes and gets a normal hotel rate? I don't. I look for Airbnb. That's what I do. All of these are platforms. Platforms like Amazon, Uber, Airbnb, all of these allow us to give the best prices to the homeowners. Best prices for anything, best prices for taxi, best prices for all of that. So why wouldn't we have energy in there? Why would you ever keep paying all of this crazy money to your utility company when you could be having solar? So tonight, that's what we're going to talk about. Desiree and I are going to introduce our guest, and we're going to talk about how this is life-changing income for their families, for everything. And again, you know, I never would have thought 4 years ago when I started with Powur in 2016 that I would ever get to retire my husband from work, that I wouldn't have to drive in a metal box into the city to work in a bar, that I'm going to do this from wherever I want. And let me tell you, where I'm at, there's a ski area right behind me. There are cool things, and my husband doesn't have to work because of me. That's what makes this so cool. So with that, I want to bring out Desiree, because like I said, she's the queen of it. 148 installs. Desiree, did you not just take your daughter to Florida to a mansion? I mean, you are getting to travel with your daughter. Like, how does that feel, Desiree?
Thank you. Good night to everybody. Thank you to having me here. I'm still in Orlando, Florida. I'm with a friend right now. It was in a mansion, 3-4 days in a big event with Charles. Charles Dawson was here with me too, and other leaders, local leaders. We have an amazing event, amazing to see how many people is joining quickly and fast, not only here in Orlando, Florida, it's all nationwide. So, and I'm glad that the Melissa was telling about, this is a world where it's a lot of male role, right? I was in another company before I joined Powur, and I see it was 150 sales rep and 2 women, me and another lady. And I see that I don't have so much opportunity there because they don't take us serious, let's say. They don't take us, a woman, as a leader there. When I see Powur, oh my God, I see beautiful things, not only for me, for my daughter. I can build a legacy for her. I was doing well in the other company, but I didn't know I was underpaid. What that mean? They was paying me a little bit, and I was working hard, driving 3, 4, 5, 6 hours to see an appointment and made the sale, and what I was getting very, very, very low commission. So what I did here, I never get, let's say, the 6-figure income there. I made $70,000 a year or something like that, which is, it was good income, right? When I joined Powur, I made the 6-figure income. I break through that in about 6 months, and I'm still doing it, right? What a great feeling to do that. And not only that, I had the freedom, like she say, location freedom. I work remotely, mostly doing via Zoom. I was here in Orlando. I lead the mansion. I came here to my friend. I closed from here to Texas, another project. And that's what we do remotely. I work from anywhere. I travel with my daughter, as she say. I bring her. I bring the babysitter. She was doing the part, going to Disney, Legoland, anything. And I was working in the event. So what a beautiful opportunity to have your family with you, travel with you, you're doing business, you're making money, you're making an income and making an impact at the same time in the world. So, but it's not only me, it's many other women, as Melissa said. Oh my God, Melissa is so great. I love Melissa. We have an opportunity to work together in California too. And you're gonna hear today other women, they are doing it in a short period of time. And what we wanted to you take this opportunity listen carefully, because you can do it too. You're not gonna be by yourself. You're gonna be supporting for all women here in Powur. We are gonna work with you, helping you to escalate to the same next level, and make 6-figure income too, like we do. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a solar pro like me before, or Melissa. Melissa doesn't have any experience or solar before, or this lady that you're gonna be listening tonight, but they made it. They are making it, and they can tell the story. So the first guest I'm gonna be with, is Laci or is Sarah? Please, Melissa, help me here. Who is gonna be the first guest?
Whoever wants to jump out, Laci, do it. Jump
Okay.
on up, my friend Laci. Let's hear your story.
Well, Laci, I would like to ask you three questions. Why Powur?
Yes.
Why you're here? How you are doing in Powur, please, and what you can tell the people is listening here.
Okay, so I joined Powur because I have, no joke, probably 7 of my best friends in Powur, and I'm not lying, and they're my best friends of decades. So people I trust the most in the world that I grew up with are all in Powur.
Amazing. And what are you doing in Powur? I mean, how much you are making in Powur? I know you have only 1 month and you are getting result less than a month, and you get result in less than a month. Can you tell them, please?
Okay, so I'm a single mom of 2 boys. I have my kids 24/7, meaning I don't share them. I don't have one night off a month. I don't have one night off a year. I have them constantly. Okay, so when COVID hit, I was working 2 jobs. One job was completely shut down, and the other was with a different solar company, and nobody wanted to meet with me. Nobody. Okay, so they were all no. So it was basically like I was jobless, and by the grace of God, I had a couple of best friends that were with Powur for the last year, and they were like, I'm not joking, my business has doubled since COVID. You have to join. And I was like, if it wasn't, I wouldn't have done it. But because it was people that I trusted and that I'd known for forever, I said, you know what? I'll try it. Whatever. I'll try it. Okay. So I signed on, and within the first 3 weeks, I made my first deal, which was the 10,000 commission. Okay. So with 3 weeks, 10,000 commission. I've never made a chai, especially within 3 weeks. Like that's crazy to me, you know. Within that time, I've also built a team of 10, and one of my reps also, like within a couple weeks, sold his first, you know, and they're all working consistently on deals. It's crazy how fast it could happen. So yeah, it's crazy. I trusted them, and it was the best decision I've ever made. So my advice, if you're a woman listening in on this and you're struggling, like I've been through every struggle you could possibly think of, take a chance on it. You know, whoever invited you, reach out to them, because if I could do it raising 2 kids who I have constantly and make that kind of money, anyone can.
Thank you so much, Laci. It's amazing. I know your story too, and I love what you're talking about, because I know it's hard for us as a woman, raising kids, working hard outside in any environment. Now we can work from home in a safe environment, have a kid with us. That's beautiful. Thank you, Laci. So now let's talk with Sarah.
And
I'm sorry?
Kids with, I bring them everywhere. I bring my kids everywhere. So, I mean, the events, everything, everyone knows my son. He's the best. So anyone who has kids, bring them along. They'll have a good time. You know, it doesn't take any time away from the kids at all, which is the most important thing, you know.
I agree with that.
Thank you.
Okay, Sarah, are you here?
I am here.
Hello, dear. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I met Sarah in Dallas in one of the events. Oh my God, we have an amazing time there. We have fun. We have working together, so we know what it is. So Sarah, could you please tell everybody here tonight why Powur? What are you doing in Powur, and what you can tell them, please?
Yeah. So just a little bit about me. I am a single mom as well with 2 boys. I live in Austin. I was laid off of a sales position back in November and had some other little side hustles going. And I really was looking for a career that allowed me the freedom to be with my kids as much as possible, to work remotely. So I went on my social media and I put a post out there to see if anyone had any opportunities that they were aware of that would, you know, allow those type of things for me to be with my kids and work remotely. And actually one of Laci's friends, who's been with the company for a while, reached out to me, and she sent me a video very much like what you guys are sitting in on right now about this opportunity. And I started watching it, and I immediately knew that this is what I wanted to do. I you know, decided to join immediately, and within my first month of being active, I closed my first install, which was about an $88,000 commission. So that's life-changing. I had never, ever received a commission that big in one, you know, sell like that. So that was just kind of exciting. And then, you know, my excitement and my presence on social media helped me build a team of 12 plus in the first 3 or 4 months that I was with the company. And so that allows me the passive income that's going to just, you know, create a legacy for my children. So it's been really exciting. And I just want to let people know that The great thing about this program is you do not have to have any prior solar experience. I had none whatsoever. Utilize the mentor program, which they're going to talk about a little bit more here soon. Utilize the people who have done it, who know what they're doing. Let them help you through the process. And just, you know, listen to the people who have done it before, who know what they're doing, and then you will be successful in this business. So, you know, take a shot on yourself and put in the work, and you will be successful.
Amazing, Sarah. I'm so happy for you too and for Laci. Thank you so much to be here tonight. So now we are going to hear another lady. Lisa, please.
Yes,
Are you here?
hello.
Hello,
Hi.
Lisa. How are you?
I'm doing great, Desiree. Awesome.
Thank you. Could you please tell people why Power? What are you doing here in this period of time, and what you can tell them, please?
Absolutely, absolutely. As like Melissa, I came from the corporate world. I spent over 20 years with the corporate grind. I was traveling a lot, had a platinum on American Airlines, and I was passionate about what I was doing. I was selling training, safety, and risk management. And I did that for about over 15 years. And that company went through another merger and acquisition, and I had to find another opportunity. And I started selling gourmet food, beverages, and health and beauty products internationally. So off I went, you know, with 95 pounds of samples and traveled the world. And that brought me back into the training field. And I went to work for another company, marketing training to Fortune 500 companies. 3 years ago, that company also went through another merger acquisition, and I found myself again looking for another opportunity. And what struck me, and for anyone out there that's come from the corporate world, especially in sales, when you're doing business sales, you're building up somebody else's dream. The companies that I was with, they are still producing revenue off of the accounts that I brought into the door. And they're making a lot of money, and yet I was just said, thank you very much for what you were able to do. And so 3 years ago, I really had to sit and take a look at what I wanted to do, how I wanted to continue. And fortunately, a friend of mine said, Lisa, you really need to look at the solar industry. She said the possibilities are just unlimited. And so I did some research, and I studied the industry, and I was just excited because I had not done any residential sales before. Like I said, I was working with Fortune 500 companies, but I am a homeowner, and I have paid tens of thousands of dollars in electricity over the last 25, 30 years. And so for me, if I could do something that could help other people save money, I was right behind it. And so I went to work for a company, a solar company, and I was a W-2 employee, straight commission. They kind of told us that we were self-employed, but we really weren't, you know, because I had to have weekly sales meetings. I had monthly quotas to make. I had a company car with a tracker on it, and I had a sales manager to answer to. So even though they said that we were independent, we really weren't, right? But I was doing in-home consultations, and I was doing very well. I made some good money, and then COVID hit. And the doors stopped opening, right? It just wasn't going to happen anymore for those in-home appointments. And it was just this, the segue was somebody sent me the Power opportunity. And I looked at this opportunity and I said, I can do this from home. I can help other homeowners fire their electric company, save money, and do this from the comfort of my own home. And so as a sales, my first consultant, I split my first deal with a mentor. And when I got my commission, it was that 50-50 split was actually equal to 100% of what I would have earned from my former company. Mm-hmm. So, and it's just been a great experience. I am a mentor. I'm here and available to help any and everybody who wants to just dive into the solar industry. If you're coachable and you're trainable, we can help you be successful. And so I would just recommend it to anyone who wants another opportunity that you can actually work from home and really build a legacy. So I've got my mission board on my wall here. I've got my goals, and I want to establish a legacy for my family. I want to retire my husband too, Melissa, and plan to do that here very soon. So just grateful for the vision that Jonathan had, and that everything is just falling in place for me. So
thank you, Lisa. Thank you. What amazing story for the three of you guys. And I'm really proud of you guys. And we still have many things to do. We're just starting, okay? So, well, let's listen why we are so happy to work with Powur, right? We women working from home, working from anywhere, building a legacy for our families. Why is that? Well, let me explain why. We have 90 million homes that qualify here in the United States, and we only have 3 million homes in solar. So we have a lot of work to do, and this is just a study, as I say. So you are invited to be part of this and take a piece of this cake that we are all getting on it right now. So what happened with the homeowner? Well, they have to be zeroed down. They increase the value of the home. And most of that is a fixed cost, a monthly fixed payment that they don't have to worry about all this increasing every year, 8% or more, depending on the company. And most of the important thing here is they own the energy, right? So, but let's talk about what is the benefit for you to working with Powur? What is the benefit that we all women are getting here tonight? So, well, when we do a project and the project get installed, all the costs, we are gonna be separating all the costs, is a margin. So for this example tonight, we are gonna be talking about any margin here that you can get an idea. But the margin could be more than this. I have been doing it more than that. But just for today, I'm gonna show you an example. This is a project, which is the watts. We are talking about kilowatts here, right? But for the electricity, it's 1.75. In a system of taken W, we can solve for 3.5, and then add any other component like the inverters, the racking. So you have to add about 17 cents per watt. So the revenue for this project, which is 10 kW, is 10,500. Why? Because the revenue was $1.05. But for Powur pay us the 70% of that revenue, that margin. The margin, they pay us 70%, and they retain the 30%. And I'm going to show you why this 30% is going to be later as giving back to us. But for this example, they gave you the 70%, which is $7,350. That's the average commission that you get here with a project. This is an average. We can get more than that, of course, too. But this is the average commission that we can get working from home, yes, in 35 minutes, 45 minutes closing a deal. You and I, we can do it perfectly. So as I say, we offer 25-year warranty for the panels. Usually, the other company offers 25-year guarantee for the panels, 12-year in the roof, or workmanship 10 years. And we are the only one that offer 30 years in the United States for the roofing, for the part of the roof. We don't penetrate the roof. So we give them 30 years warranty, 30 years workmanship, and also 30 years of the equipment, talking about the panels, inverter, racking, and cable. So no other company offer this. We are the only one, and that's why we beat the competition. I was working with a company that usually offer 25 years in the panels, only panels, 10 years in the roof, and 10-year workmanship. So you have now the opportunity to offer 30 years in 3 of the areas. So that's great. When you are talking with a client, you are the confident to tell them, wow, that's amazing. So you see that one of the part is you get the commission for any sales that you do. But Powur also give you another opportunity to make more income. You listen, Lisa, Sarah, and others was talking about they are building a team. You have the opportunity here that we call create a passive income or residual income. What that means? You can do this all by yourself, or you can also become, like we call brokers or dealer on a solar agency. What this means is we are building teams everywhere in the country. Like I'm here in Orlando, Florida. And then we was doing an event. About 5 people joined 2 roofing company under me. And I'm working today with them tomorrow to training them in the sales team. So what I mean is I build these teams in any part of the country, they start selling and I create an income. And that's what they come from the 30% the Powur is retaining. They pay us the 50% of that. And you are gonna tell me why Powur keeps so little, right? Well, because they work with volume. More sales, they get more income. And they give us the best of the income for us, because what we do is the hard work, right? So you have the opportunity to build a team like Lisa, Sarah, and me, it's an example. So you can get some revenue, and I'm gonna give you some example here. So let's say somebody invite you to work with us tonight, and you are inviting other people, hey, let's work together. The energy renewable is blooming in the United States. Let's work together in this. So for every sales that they do, you're gonna get the 20% of that sale. In the example that I give you right now, there was about $10,000 commission. The 30% the Powur retain, they are gonna give you the 20% is part of your team. And at the second level, you get 275, which is the 10%. And after the 3 and 6 level, you're gonna get the 5% of that. So this means you have an income, a residual income, getting a cash flow getting from all these things that you are building right now, right? So that's what we do. We receive income. And to be honest with you, I receive income monthly. I can live with that. And all my commission and mentorship, I can still investing in other real estate and any other business that I want. And that's what I'm doing, and I will recommend to that. But we have another program, which is the third program called mentoring that Sarah was talking about. When you are here, you are not gonna be by yourself. You have mentors like Melissa, me, and other women that we are doing this. And we are gonna teach you from A to Z how to work with the platform, how to work with this technology from home. So you're not gonna be like, okay, here is, start. No, we are gonna teach you everything that you do. And when you are learning, you are gonna be watching the mentor doing it for you, you're still gonna get paid. So let's say you bring a project, and let's say again, the commission is about 10,000 margin, you're gonna get the 70%, which is 7,000. So you're gonna get 3,500 just to learn in this process, and the mentor is gonna get the other half. When you become a mentor, and you start teaching these tools to others, team members, you're gonna get the same revenue. So you have 3 programs here that nobody in the solar industry has. That's what I love it. When I was in the other company, I bring 2 sales reps, I was training them, and I don't get anything. They didn't pay me for that. I was helping my friends to become solar reps in that company. So now I can bring people to work with Powur. I teach them, I train them, and I still get the mentor program and also the residual income. What a great platform, what a great idea for business, believe me. So you can do it too. And the best part is we have what I like, which is I call another portfolio in financial portfolio for my daughter. Why? Because every time that I get my first install, and you get your first install, you're gonna get a 15 options. What that mean? We know that we are not public yet. We are a private company. We are gonna become public soon. So the first install, you get 15 options. We call options because it's not public again. So every install they get your team, the first install, you get 25 options. 25 options is good. Yearly performance goals, after 25 installation, you get 500 options. And after 50 installation, you get 2,500 options. And you're gonna say, well, but what is going on right here? Every time that I get an installation right now, even when we are not public, I get an email, a DocuSign that I have to sign, and they tell me you get any shares, 25 shares, 50 shares, 100 shares for this project. I sign it, I send it back to the company, and then they sign it and they give me back. I have a folder where all my options is there. As soon as we get public, I can say, okay, these are my options, right? So that's what we invite you. You have 4 opportunities here, make revenue. As a consultant, you become, let's say, a broker, a solar broker, a solar agency, a solar agency or dealer, like you do, like a broker, real estate, like a pharma, AFLAC, or any state farm insurance, they work the same. When a real estate agent sell a home, the broker get the commission too. When insurance agents sell a policy, they get a commission too in the broker. So it's the same here, right? And we are in many states. Wow, this is amazing. You can see the yellow color. We are a GC market, which means power is full, the installer there, the general contractor, and we still are open more states. The blue ones, we are working there already. We open the market, and the gray is still in the process for 2021, which is coming more state. Okay, so pay attention. You don't have to be in that state to work. As a Melissa is in Idaho, right? She called the Idaho girl, right? And she's selling from there. We are not there physically as a power, but she's selling from them remotely, from home or from anywhere, because we have been traveling to California and all this together. She's selling from everywhere. I live usually in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I travel all around the country, but I work mostly from my home. So what we can tell here that you can join us. Well, this is the best platform in the solar industry for sure. We are real-time dynamic proposal. You can submit a proposal today and you can get it instantly, almost instantly, and you can start showing the proposal to your homeowners. It's a real-time contract because when they see it and they say yes, they can sign it immediately. And this process can be 45 minutes and you are done. You submit the package to Power and then we can start processing this project immediately and we get all the process to the permit and everything, right? So all this, we don't have to worry to pay the consultants. I was thinking when I was in the other company, I'm gonna create my own solar company. When I see that I have to pay installer and I had to have an inventory in the warehouse and invest about hundreds of thousands of dollars in this business, I say, I don't want to do that. But when I see Power, they build everything for me. I was right there. I'm going to do this. So I don't have to worry to pay all the consultant Power does. I don't have to worry about creating W-9 or 1099 Power does for us. So it's a kind of everything in one place for you. And that's what I love about this business, that I don't have to worry. When you do a proposal, you can select any the panels that we have, any inverter that we have. You can control the cost. When I was in the other company, I never see the cost, to be honest with you. They only tell me you have to sell on this price. I never see the cost. And when they increase the price, they say we have to sell it for more. I was getting the same commission. I never see the cost. All the benefit is going to the owner of the company, right? In Power is always looking for down the price with a lot of the company that work with us. All the companies that work with us, as a LG, Enphase, Solar Edge, this is our work companies. It's not only here in the United States. This is a more famous companies around the world. And they work with us, they are in the platform, and every time it's getting more people involved in Power. So you can select if you want to work with LG, Enphase, Mission Solar, Hanwha QCell, any product that you're going to see in the platform, you can select them and control the cost when you are giving a project to the client, which means you can see how much you can down the price or up the price. And as you can see in this slide here, you can see the margin. For this project, as an example, is $10,000 the margin after all the costs. And now you know that that margin, you're gonna get the 70% as a commission. And that's the great about transparency here in the company. You can see that every time in every project. I love what Jonathan does when Jonathan get a discount in the price, like, hey, we got 10 cents or 15 cents down price in any panel. We get so happy because now we can handle the thing, or we get this discount to the client or the homeowner, and we can get a better price that we beat the competition, or you can get more commission because this 15 cents can go all to your commission. You can handle that. Nobody's going to stop you with that. So it's up to you what you're going to do with that. And I love it. So that's the freedom that we have with Power, right? Working in the best environment. We have a lot of financial. They can do a cash too that they want to, but we have 10, 12, 15, 20, 25-year financing with many companies, big companies like LoanPal. And then you can go with whatever the client wants to do. I offer 25 years, and sometimes clients say, no, I want to pay in 10 years. Okay, I change it, right, for them. So that's the freedom that we have here for them, whatever they want to do. And we're helping them to go to the process in the very smoothly way. And so this is you can see the cost transparency. You get this. You can get from where is the money go. That way you can see how much you can make in any project and you can handle the price. So what we're talking about here is you can get 70-30% split commission. Then nobody's gonna give you that, believe me. I was getting paid about 300 by watt. If I sell a system for 10 kilowatts, divide 10 kilowatt by $300, it was $3,000 commission. I was grateful with the company, believe me, I learned a lot. But to be honest, I was underpaid. Now with the same 10 kW in power, I can make $7,000 or more. So you can see my income double or triple sometimes at the month. The other thing, we had the opportunity to have ownership. We are partnered with Power. We are not just a consultant. We are not here like any other consultant. No, you are special and as a partner with Power. You have 6-level revenue sharing, which is the residual income, passive income. And what is the cost to be in Power? Well, it's only $99 one time and $49 a month. And you're gonna tell me why I have to pay $49 a month to work with you, right? Well, I can explain many things, but one of the things that I can tell you, Power give you 4 websites that you can create your own leads. We have an amazing application called Ambassador. What that means, you can tell clients, real estate, roofing company, anybody that work with a homeowner, environment like people that do plumbing, they say, hey, if you refer me a homeowner to do solar, I can pay you $1,000. That's an application free for them. They register, they put the name of the client, the phone number or the email. You contact them. You say, hey, are you interested to go solar? I get your number from, let's say, John Smith, right? Oh, okay, yes, he told me about you. So I was waiting for your call and you start qualifying them. So you just made the sale. Power is gonna send them $1,000 commission check. So tell me who doesn't need right now another income like $1,000. One a month is $12,000 a year, right? Who don't need right now that just for referral? We are getting a lot of referral. We use the application a lot, but not only that for the $49,000. As I say, Power is getting all about the payments that you have to do, all the consultant. Power handle that for you. Power do the permit. Power do the design, the engineering, everything for what to do with the project. So you don't have to worry. You're gonna be in the communication with Power in the homeowner, and the platform is amazing. So what I can tell you to do is just join us. The person that invite you today here, you have to say, hey, how can I start? What I have to do to start making income from me and my family, change the life of many others. Become a consultant, work with a mentor, go solar to your home, and then we can go from there. Bobby, are you here so I can handle this to you?
I'm gonna jump in there, Desiree. Thank you so much, my friend. Okay. And all of you ladies are just incredible. And if anybody wants a takeaway out of all of this, maybe it seemed like a lot of numbers that didn't make sense to you, but I want your key takeaway to be that multiple women today spoke out on their impact and income. And they shared the same idea that they're shattering the glass roof, that they're making more money than they ever made before. And they're doing it from their home, with their family, with their friends, and having location freedom and time freedom. I know for me, I am making 8 times the amount I made with corporate America. And I am able to retire my husband so that he can build me my beautiful home in my piece of North Idaho with my location freedom. I know that Laci and Sarah are taking care of their children, and the Desiree are while they're out there. Like, we are doing something that most women don't have the opportunity. We have an opportunity right now to be the CEO of our own global solar company. You know, I've got people that I'm working with in Australia right now. They're killing it. Africa, the UK, everywhere. solar and with power, there are no boundaries. No boundaries whatsoever. If you're an entrepreneur with a work ethic, you can succeed in this business, because power is going to give you every tool and resource to become successful. You might have heard in Desiree, she's talking about watts and profits and things, and it might seem like crazy to you. You might not understand that, but that's okay, because Power has developed a mentorship program where we will walk with you. We will hold your hand the entire process. And we're going to teach you to be an energy expert as well. When I joined Power in 2016, I'd only sold liquor and I'd only worked in corporate America. I'd never know that I'd be talking about kilowatts an hour and PPWs and all these things that Desiree just talked about. You're probably thinking like, God, that is like a weird foreign language. What is that woman talking about? I never knew that. I didn't know it, but I know it now. And that's why I'm a CEO of my own business, and I'm dominating the entire online renewable energy business. And what I'm telling you, friends, is get off the couch. Get off your corporate chair. Do whatever you need to and take this moment. Seize this moment in time to become a true woman in the solar renewable business, because you have that power. And every woman on this Zoom right now is going to be right next to you, and they're going to hold your hand, and they're going to mentor you through this entire process. They're going to make sure that you can retire your husband, that you can have time with your family, with your children, that you can do whatever. And every woman on this Zoom right now is going to make sure that if you don't want to get in a metal box and drive into a nasty city and leave your kid or do whatever, every woman on this Zoom right now is here to uplift you. And that is why we call this the Women of Power, because we have to, in this insane world right now, we have got to unite together, and we have got to uplift each other and live in this weird little box of a Zoom virtual world. But you can do this. You are not alone right now, and we will help you do whatever it takes for you to be successful. The only thing that you have to do is have a work ethic. If you have that in your soul, if you got that work ethic, then get back to the person that invited you to this Zoom. Get back to that person and say, hey, I am ready to become a woman in solar. I am ready to join the Power platform and learn how to sell solar. I am ready to be on the platform that will disrupt the energy business, teach homeowners how to save money on their electricity bill, and help myself and my family in the process. With that, Desiree, let's go ahead and stop the recording, and then I will open it up for a Q&A. So at this point, we won't be recording. So please